Well, Sean, have you've been able to take a little bit more of a back seat for a couple of weeks? Can you enjoy that as just a bit more of a spectator?
No, no. A little bit of a back seat, but you still have to be over everything, and it just gives a chance for some of the other boys to lead certain sessions, and it's good for them too, for their development, and the boys have been great. Really, they've been really thorough. We've had 2 really good weeks, and put ourselves in a position in the B&I Cup, which is great because, as with the A-League, the squad needs to function. They need to play high-quality games, and they've been able to do that in recent weeks, and we've complemented it from a coaching point of view. So it's been good.
And you've certainly been able to have a look, obviously, at a few different members of the squad. Anybody particularly sort of putting their hands up has stood out for you?
Oh, it's difficult to single out individuals. We've got a lot of boys vying for positions now. We're very lucky to have the strength in depth. I think the ones to highlight are the younger guys who've sort of stepped up. People like Callum Sheedy in his first start, and Mark Cook alongside him, moving from 12 to 10. Ellis Genge coming in and having a couple of starts is important, but it's just as important to recognise the contribution of new players to the club, like Craig Hampson and Ollie Robinson, who's been really, really good in the last couple of weeks. But it's difficult to single them out because there's so many, pushing hard and working hard and doing well. So somebody like a Charlie Amesbury and a Luke Eves and a Glenn Townsend, those 3 established players are trying to push their game on and get recognition and get into the championship team, and that makes for a good squad, and we're very lucky.
Yeah, and certainly the way things seem to be snowballing. Did the players have come in over the last couple of weeks and done exactly what the others had done before that, and that momentum that you're starting to build is becoming noticeable now.
And it's credit to them, because they've played on Monday nights in that A-League, which has been a real useful tool for us because the standard has been excellent. You're playing Premiership quality players and good A-League teams, and the boys have gone away to places like Northampton, Newcastle. It's been a real challenge, and they've stood up and shown what they can do. So it's great that they've continued that in the British and Irish Cup, and as coaches, it's important we take note. I've just come out of a performance meeting where we've talked about all the players and how well they're doing and who is pushing a claim. So you'll see some changes this week. It'll be a slightly different team, and it's up to those guys who come back into the shirt to prove their worth again. And that, as you say, that's important for momentum. It's a long season, and you have to keep the bubble and squeak going, and all the boys are doing that.
Yeah, and with that momentum, the fact that you've got the perfect record so far, is that something that is talked about at all, or is it just a byproduct of these performances?
Yeah, no, it's not about. It's about performance. It's about peaking at the right time. It's about sustaining. It's about consistency. All those things are important. We know what it'll come down to. If we do things right, it'll come down to the end, and therefore we're constantly honing each department. Whether it be on the medical, the conditioning, or the coaching side, we keep honing the various areas and the skills of the players, and that's all we can do. I'm trying to keep everybody fit and strong. And that's one thing that has been significant in the start, is that we have a lot of players fit and getting fitter in terms of the physical side. The fitness is telling in games, and that's credit to the staff. So happy.
The treatment room isn't that full, but anybody likely to be coming back soon?
Ryan Jones is one that is coming back very strong. He trained fully today, which is great news. Possibly could make the weekend, but he's not too far away. More likely to figure in the Doncaster game. Rick Robinson has made a pretty good steady recovery, so that's good news for us as well. 2 international quality players, at one time, and that'll be a huge fill-up for the squad, particularly losing Matthew Morgan and Ben Skirvin to a nasty cheek injury, and Ross Rennie has picked up another injury, so it's quite timely and a nice balance to the squad.
Yeah, and I guess for Ryan, the manner of the injury last year, nice for him to get a bit of taste of action in before Christmas, and then really work himself up to the tail end.
Yeah, players just want to play. Injuries are part and parcel of it. They know that. They dig in, they get on, they do their rehab. But when they've got a sniff of a game, you can see the change in their demeanour, and both boys have been like that of late, and that's encouraging because it just adds another boost to the squad as well. It's good.
So this weekend, Pontypridd, I think safe to say it might be a big challenging match. This one, they look at a side that could give you a good game.
They definitely will, I tell you now, and we'll have a bit of a warm welcome down there at Saturdays. I will, I know that. But it's great, and I was delighted when the draw came out and we had Pontypridd, because it's a fantastic club. They're great people down there, you know, awesome fans for their club, and the players represent them. They do play with their heart on their sleeve, trust me. It's not a cliche. They're steeped in history. They've had turmoil with the regional changes in Wales, and you know, they've used that as a siege mentality, and the community gets behind them. So yeah, it's going to be a real experience for some of our players who haven't played down there before, and it'll be a heck of a game. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, you talked about making changes. Would it be bringing some of the more senior pros back to give the youngsters a helping hand?
Well, yeah, we're going to have to, I think. Yeah. No, it's not about that. It's about balancing game time and giving respect to Pontypridd. But you know, clearly the British and Irish Cup is a means to an end for us. You know, we're wholly focused on competing in it, but we're very much are clear on our goals this season. Having said that, you know, every game we go into, we want to win, and we want to win well, and play well and defend well. So this is going to be a great challenge for the boys. We've set them some real benchmarks this week, because Pontypridd take no prisoners at Sardis Road, whatever team they have out, and it's going to be a rousing atmosphere. It'll be noisy. Some of the players won't be able to hear. It is that noisy there, and the crowd is great. And no doubt Bristol, with our fans, we'll take a load down there. I don't think they've got enough room really for all of the fans, because these are two traditional clubs coming together, and it's great that the British and Irish Cup afford that, isn't it? You know, and you know, we had a great crowd for Connacht at home the other Sunday, and we'll take some more down, and I just think I'm so excited that it could be a feel of a real old-fashioned type atmosphere, and I think a lot of us miss that. So my mates are looking forward to it, I know that.